Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today, day 2 of 15 about the Millionaire Real Estate Agent by Gary Keller. Great book. Hopefully, you have the book, or you've read the book, or you're going, kind of proofreading it now a little bit. But if you can get the book, kind of go through day by day what I'm going to be going through. But if not, that's up to you. But I'm taking some bits and pieces out of this, because just doing this for 15 days, about 15-20 minutes or so each kind of chapter and ideas, is not going to give you the full complete book, but I'm going to give you the gold nuggets that I've taken from this book. So a little recap from yesterday, kind of went over how I'm really going to go over being more about being a successful agent, whatever way you think is successful, or your goals. How many transactions and how much money do you want to make, and how much time do you want to work? Because again, my view of a successful agent is someone that gets to their goals and wants the income that they earn, and the amount of sales they want to earn, and put the time that they want to put into it, all combined together. You don't have to be a millionaire to be successful. So I'm going to take some of that. So today we're going to go over part 1. Is it refers to the charting the course, of kind of give you some theories and some things to think about, and a lot of these things you've heard before, but we're going to go over them again. So first, I'm going to go through some of my notes that I've written down over the last few days while rereading the book. So first, Gary really talks about how he leveraged the talent that he's seen in his business for many, many years. And there's people that has lived before you that have been successful. So don't reinvent the wheel. So there's been successful people. So you have books like this. You have so many resources that are easy resources. Not to sound show my age, but remember when we had to go to the library or check out a book, or if you wanted a self-help book or find a research, you had to go to the library or go somewhere. Now, right on your phone. You don't even have to read it. You can listen to it in your car and audio. So there's so many resources to find people that have been successful and read how they've done it, learn from there, don't reinvent the wheel type things. Also, if you like self-help, I love Tony Robbins, and great that when I was reading the book that Gary Keller enjoyed Tony Robbins too. And there's a couple things that he says is that success leaves clues. So which means is when someone's successful, it's very hard to hide it, how they became successful. And most successful people in the industry will write a book, or have right now, you could find it on YouTube. There's lots of great successful realtors that are sharing their information for free on YouTube, and you can find videos, and real estate coaches. There's like Mike Ferry and Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini. There's Jared James. There's so many different real estate coaches and you could get these little videos on things you can do. So don't reinvent the wheel. Do some research. Success leaves clues. Also said that Tony Robbins likes to push is that actions produce results. So I've seen so many agents that have read the books, that watch the videos, but don't implement. You got to make some actions. And over the next couple of weeks, when we go through this, we're going to go over ideas on actual actions that you're going to do. So today is just charting the course. We're going to kind of go over some philosophies here. Model something that works for you. So I like to do things. So when you find someone, like you watch a video, you don't have to model everything. Like in this book, Gary Keller's book, if you read it and you want to follow it, there's almost specific instructions on what to do. You could follow it like a playbook, or you could take like, I like this piece, or I like this video from Mike Ferry or Tom Ferry or Brian Buffini's program. There's so many good things, and I use a lot of this information when I coach agents, like use this or try that and see what works best for you. Let's see, going through my notes here. Natural ability can only take you so far. I say this at least 2-3 times a day to new agents. I interview a lot of new agents that are taking their classes, and I could tell, and I say this to the ones that I feel, in my opinion, when I'm talking with them, I tell them I feel that you have a natural ability for sales. You seem like you have the natural ability to care and want to service people and help people and help them with what they want to get. Finding a house, a lot of people get into it. Like, I like houses. I'm like, but do you like people? Because you're dealing with people more than you are with houses. And so there's sales, or just the natural ability to want to help people, because all of us that are watching this have been in the business many years or more, or have many sales. Sometimes it tests your patience. You might have clients or situations or other agents that test your patience. But if you have that natural, I want to help, I know this is helping the person that buying a home, starting a family, downsizing, retiring. You have that natural ability of wanting this business for the right reasons, of taking control of your time and your success and your future is always a great thing about it. But you have to have the need and want to help people too, and be there at customer service skills. So natural ability can only take you so far. You need systems and things in place, and you have to do the work on top of it. So combined together, natural ability of just things that are just ingrained in you, that just the type of person you are in sales and helping, combined with systems and tools and the drive to act on all of those, puts a perfect storm together for a great successful agent on that. Also, a lot of these things, these models of business and or ideas or systems that have, like Gary Keller systems or any other coach, or any ideas, you can improve on those. What I mean by improve doesn't have to mean like I made it even better than anybody else. Improve to me means you made it your own. You incorporated it into your life easier. So improve on some of these things. It means to me, so when you try to improve it, it's how to incorporate it into your life to make it easier, so it's not as hard. When we're talking about leads and networking and listings and buyers, and how to make sure it's fitting into your life as best as possible, so it's easier for you to do and more efficient. Easier/efficient are almost one and the same there. Gary talks about the 3 L's. The fundamental models present 3 L's in there, which are leads, listings, and leverage. These are just the fundamentals of real estate. You need leads. Listings, one of the first things that came out of my first real estate training session when I first got my license is list or die. It's kind of a thing. It's still around. I mean, there's a lot of great agents that are successful in the way they want to be successful with just buyers. But if you want to hit this mark of definitely at a millionaire listing level, you need listings. So we're going to go over ideas over the next few days, weeks on listings. And then leveraging people, leveraging systems, leveraging tools. So leads, listings, and leveraging people, system, and tools. Now, when I'm coaching agents, I say you need help, and you don't have to pay for it. You need help with your business. So there's a couple different ways. One, any business needs sales help. You need salespeople. Obviously, you're the salesperson. You're the agent. You're the one that has a license. You're going to go out there. But guess what? You have a lot of people that could help you with your sales and refer you business. Those are your family and your friends and all those people that are close to you that love you, like you, trust you, know that you're going to look out for their best interest, and are free to give your name to other people because they know that you're going to do a good job for that referral. So where you could leverage people is you have to make sure that all of your friends, family, all the closest people to you that you know that will refer to you, and remind them to refer you. Give them your cards. Obviously, you're not teaching them. You're not salespeople. You're not teaching them how to do real estate or talk about real estate. They're just saying, use me. When you hear people buying or selling a house, give them my card. Or if you hear someone having a life-changing event, you tell your friends, your family. If you hear one of your friends or family is just had a baby or a new job, or right now during the world and the economy and jobs and unemployment, a lot of things are moving around. This is a perfect time. Unfortunately, it could be a not so great time in life for a lot of people because of uncertainty in jobs, and if they're going back to work, or if they're going to be working from home, and if kids from home and school, a lot of things going on, but that sometimes makes people move, and then you could help them. So remember to get out there, talk to your family and friends, leverage your friendship, leverage your family, leverage those people that will love you and trust you, that they're going to refer you to other people. And then leverage your systems and your tools. If you're with, obviously, Century 21 or 8th Century 21 agents, we have great systems and tools and technology to help you organize your business and keep it there and stay in touch with your sphere. There's a whole online university of classes and programs that you could also use for free that leverage you. Any agents watching this, reach out to your brand, reach out to your office, your broker, your team leader, your manager, see what systems and tools you have there that are there for free that could help you manage your business. But I always stress this, but I have some very, very successful agents right now, and I've seen and it was very successful agents over almost 30 years of being in real estate that have just a couple things. They have business cards, yard signs, paperwork, internet access to get to the MLS, and last thing is they're successful and they get the business. One thing that I keep on saying, a lot of you have heard me say before, the real estate, to me, my opinion, has not changed that much. There's still people buying a house. There's still people selling their house. The way they sell it is almost the same. The way you network and get to know people and to trust you is almost the same as it was before. Yes, there's leads that are coming in off the internet, and the way people see houses with the Zillows and the Realtor.coms and the websites and the online signatures and the nuts and bolts of the business of the transaction part in finding the houses has been changed, obviously. But you can still do the business like it was almost 20 years ago, before the internet, before the e-signatures and all of that. It comes down to people, comes down to sales, it comes down to networking. So the systems and tools, I stress that everybody is not spend so much time on the systems and tools. If you're spending more time on the systems and tools and the actual thing that they're supposed to be making you more efficient and to help you do. So after a certain period of time, it's all the agents that I coach you. If you're using a contact management system, if you're using a database system or email campaign, if you're spending more time creating emails than sending them out, or mailers, and if you're spending more time on the system's supposed to make you efficient, then you might have to work and tweak it and find a better system that's a little bit faster or easier for you to use and that you don't mind using. On that. There's 4 stages of growth that Gary talks about: think, earn, net, and receive. And we're going to go over more of those over the next few days. Basically, the general idea of those is think about what you want to earn, and we could do the math, and we're going to do some of those one of these days coming up about, okay, how many sales do I need to have to make X amount of money, and having a spreadsheet, and think about what you want to do, earn that money out there, and then when you earn that gross income, then it's trying to tweak your expenses and everything to make sure that your expenses are nice and tight, and make sure you're getting out a net and earning that income, and then receive the benefits of that with extra time, extra money, and savings. So I'm going to kind of go off tangent a little bit here and more in detail. Is that one thing that I say, and I stress to a lot of agents and a lot of you watching this, is that if you want to be a full-time realtor someday, my goal, my opinion is this, is you got whatever dollar amount of money you want to make, you have to make that money at least once in your career before you give up anything else. I know that's hard for a lot of you, but I've seen it happen time and time and time again. I've had agents that say, hey, I want to make, let's just throw out $75,000 a year in real estate. I want to give up my day job or give up my other job or give up my other business or whatever. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to give up my job or I'm going to give it up something else, and then I'm going to make it. I say, why don't you work extra hard until you have your day job or your other life things that you have to do. Wait till you make that money at least once, or I'll give you a little bit, get close to it at least once before you give up anything else. You're going to have to work longer hours. You're going to have to work from sometimes 7 a.m. to midnight every day or 5-6 days a week. But until you know that you've made it at least once, then you know you got it. Then take a step back and then give up what you're going to do. That's my one big suggestion to any part-time agent or new agent getting in the business. Again, that's my opinion on that. And then also investing in your business. I've seen so many agents say, I'm going to invest in my business and have systems and tools that cost money. They're buying different lead systems or management systems, or sending out mailers and this. And then they invest, and then they see that their net income is not as much as they want, but they're going to keep on investing. Sooner or later, you got to stop. You got to make sure the gross income is increasing with the investment, or you got to cut down that expense so you're earning the money. Sometimes I see agents and just businesses in general invest are in continual investment mode of money, of time, and in hopes that someday, I can't wait till I get to here. You got to have a goal of when you're going to get there, or you're going to continue to invest. And then what happens is when if the market comes down, and I think that happened to a lot of people just recently, is that then you're in a hole. So if you're one of those businesses or agents that you're like, I'm breaking even with my expenses, or I'm just making the head because I'm putting all this money into this or that. And then when that gross income is not there, those expenses are still there. So I'm going to go more in detail over the next few days, weeks over thinking about expenses and keeping them in check. But the one thing I'd say all of the time is your time is valuable. It's priceless. If you want to think of it as free, but that's what you'd be spending the most time. And if you're spending money to save time in networking and getting to know people, like if you're spending, I'm going to spend $1,000 a month on postcards. Well, if you're not spending the time to follow up on those people and call those people, text those people, and do something on top of sending postcards, it's almost a waste of money of that. So we're going to go over different ideas on that. Also, the last part of this chapter, Gary had 6 myth understandings. I'll go through those. One is saying that I can't do something. You definitely can. You're never going to teach kids and your own children you can't do something. If you are here and watching this, or you're an agent, you can do it. Everybody has the ability to do it. It can't be done. If you ever use those terms like it can't be done, it can be done. It just haven't figured out how to do it yet. So if you say it can't hit this level, if there's someone in that is a realtor that hit something or did something, everybody has the same ability to do the same thing. You have the same license. You have the same ability. You might even have the same tools or systems. If you're with a company, any company, and any of our Century 21 agents, is that every one of our agencies, our top agent earners down to our bottom, have the exact same tools, exact same systems, exact same support, exact same coaching, exact same commission and cost structures. They have the exact same everything. The only difference is you. So everything can be done. You can hit the same level as anybody else. If you ever think that you're spending too much time, like, if I do that, it's going to take me too much time to do. then no, there's always time to do things because you could be more efficient with your time. You could leverage other people to help you. You could refer other business. So many agents think about just themselves and what they can do. It's great to see when I see agents getting referral checks from outside the area, outside the city, outside the other side of town, into other states, even other countries. We get referral checks from other countries. So you have to think outside the box, not just every customer that you're going to work and drive around in your car or go to their house for a listing appointment. You're a realtor, you're licensed in Ohio. You can technically sell a house anywhere in Ohio. You're a licensed realtor in Ohio, so you could earn a referral fee in any state or country. So think outside. You should be marketing yourself to anybody you know outside the area, outside, just not on the other side of town. Ask people. Everybody you've done business with probably knows someone and could refer you someone outside the area and outside the state. You should be always asking for business and leverage referrals. What's a referral? Just doing all the work and getting that information, getting into another agent, earning a referral fee, and have them do all the work from the time they get that lead to the time of closing. There should be more referrals. Think about that. If anybody says it's too risky, you just have to watch how much it's going to cost you. Risky in time, it's risky in money. If you already have your license, you've already spent a bulk amount of money you need to get into real estate. The other thing I say is you have your board dues and MLS fees. This is a business that is very, very cheap to be in business. I know we hate paying bills when those board dues and MLS fees come up. Who likes to pay those? No one does. But you know that the amount of business you have to close to be financially ahead with just your basic costs. You don't have rent, you don't have utilities, you don't have support staff that you need to have to stay open. You're your own business, and it really is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest that I've seen. I mean, obviously there might be other things out there, that to be in a business that you can make a good amount of money and be successful and be in control of your success and have such little expense that's required, and you know what that expense is, and it's not going to change. So any of you that have had other businesses before, and I have, and have been through so many different types of businesses, this is great where you're like, wow, I know exactly how much my expenses are going to be next month, and you have 100% control and know what your financial expenses are going to be. That's a great business to be in right then. When you're expanding, another point Gary brings up, if you're expanding your business and want to bring in help, referring agent, buyer's agents, or refer to business to other agents because you have more than one buyer and you're just actively going out and finding business. One of the things sometimes agents say, well, those people only want to work with me. That's not always true. I mean, they want you and they would like to work with you, but if you don't have the time, if you give them to someone else that you trust and like, they're going to do business with you and that person that you recommend, like kind of one person once removed from recommendation. So remember, anybody you talk to, you can refer to another agent that you know, trust, like. They'll help those people out if you don't have time for them. So you really should be thinking about that, because all the agents that want to be a millionaire millionaire agent, or that high level of income, you need help. You can't do it by yourself. There's only one of you. So there's only one you can only work with one client, one buyer at a time physically. Listing, you can only be on one listing appointment at a time. You can only be on one phone call at a time, other than texting while you're talking. But you might need some help, and you don't have to pay for it. You just have to ask for a referral fee or work out a split. So how great it is, and again, going back to other businesses, is that you could get help for free. What I mean by free is you don't have to worry about paying them unless a deal closes. But so many agents, I think, lose more business because they want the whole pie. They want the whole commission, when if they delegated to other agents and earned a referral fee, or split the commission, whatever. It could be negotiable. And I help agents negotiate commissions. It doesn't have to be 20%, could be 50-50, could be whatever you want to work it out. But if you are really stuck and only want the whole pie, you might be losing out on some business and not closing some buyers. And like 3 halves of a pie is better than 1 whole pie. 3 halves is better than 1 whole. So think about that as you try to grow your business and looking for buyers, looking for leads, looking for listings, and you can get help on that. Thinking the last of the 6 myth understandings is that failure, if you don't realize your goal right away or to a level, you failed. We all know in history that lots of successful people never hit their goals, or took them a while to get to their goals. If you are here watching this, you're alive, you're here, you have the ability, you still have time to get to your goals. So what you want to do, and we're going to go over more of this over the next few days, is you want to put up systems and goals, little short goals, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, financial goals of where to hit. And if you don't hit those goals, it's not a complete failure. But if you don't hit your goals, and we're going to be going over ideas on what you can do to tweak those ideas, to change course a little bit, try to make them more efficient, more productive. That's part of my weekly coaching with a lot of agents is every week going, what did you do? What have you accomplished? What other ideas he had? Did that work? And did he get any leads or appointments from that? And just tweaking it to make it better and more efficient for you. And so you could hit those goals someday. So failure just because you haven't reached your goal doesn't mean it's complete and ultimate failure. You always have time. You always are ready to take another step or change something a little bit to get something more efficient so you can get to those goals. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow is part 2, which is considered the 4 stages of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So we're going to go through that tomorrow, or most of it tomorrow. Might be a 2-part process on that. So that's it. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 11. Bye-bye.